Hmm. That light's really bright, right? Mm. Need a better diffuser, I think, for these lights. Yeah. Alright, hi. Welcome. It's Sunday night. It's the end of the week. It is, which means it's beer night. I got another brew from the Rocks Brewery. This is like they'll can it for you on the spot, which means that's what you get. It is called Golden Ale. It's 4.5%. That's about a pint's worth. Got my trusty pint glass. Let's go. Smells good. Side note on these beers is there's no preservatives in these beers. They not like commercial brews, but man, that gives a gurgling head. Ooh, that's not good, is it? It's, beer looks good, but the I've brewed up too much head. Let's get cheers. Yeah. So if you good beer is like good music. It takes patience, and like a second language, takes patience and understanding to really appreciate what's happening. If you take it to, say, generic beer, which you can get in any pub, that all taste the same, it's like elevator music. Yeah, you're not there to enjoy the beer. You just want to drink. But like jazz and fine beer, look, they're beautiful. Yeah. It takes appreciation. It's very much alive and good. How's it taste? Well, they're in the fridge. Help yourself. You tell me. It's a golden ale, so it's like sort of like a wheat beer. It's good. I'm still messing around with my lights on this camera. I will get a proper set of diffused lights so I don't have all this glare which I'm dealing with at the moment. It's just, I can see my glasses and it's really distracting. I'll get a proper set of diffused lights so you can appreciate the real me. Now, today, Sunday, end of the week, beer night, beer o'clock. It's been a busy week. It's quite good. I could probably still be working, but I get to the point where I just go, that's enough, right? I want to talk to you guys. So, also today is St. Patrick's Day, and being of Irish descent, I have Celtic last name. It means horseman. I feel I'm in the correct position to say to all the Irish in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, fuck off, you cunts. See, you get to the point where you know, some people like to maintain their stereotypes, be drunken Irishmen. And in my line of work, I deal with a lot of stereotypes. So, I've noticed in Vaping, the vaping media, at the moment there's a real trend towards all the main guys promoting pod systems. In Australia are quite redundant because pod systems like sealed system that already had the juice inside it, and the nicotine levels are set, and there's no way to alter those nicotine levels. unless you change the pod and go to a higher level or lower level. So to get buy pod system in Australia is pointless. You've really got to import them from New Zealand, because in Australia we're not allowed to sell nicotine. We can give it away, but we can't trade it for money or any other form of payment. So I've noticed, and I've noticed the Australian reviewers doing it too, that they're reviewing pod systems, and the guys that are reviewing pod systems I know aren't pod users. You know, because I know, you know, they're either mech or they're mod users or mech mod users. And some of them use pod systems, their own pod systems, and then when they review them, they say how they're a good product and everything like that, and they are a good product. But I can't believe when they say they have great flavour and great cloud that that's true, because the ones I've used, to me, are tasteless and no cloud. And because the pod systems and the all-in-one systems are designed, I feel, for high nicotine use. High-end nicotine users. Now, and that's not me. I like big flavour, big clouds. And you know, I could add nicotine to that if I wanted to, but I don't use nicotine. Now, so my last episode I did a little bit on honesty in reviewing, and basically all the reviewers are great. They're all really honest. It's up to you to decide. Take in all the information you can on the subject you're interested in from all angles and make an educated decision. Don't believe everything you hear and see on YouTube, like me. So it's a little bit worrying when these guys start promoting things. You know, but you know, I'm not going to pull any of them out, single any of them out, because I like them all, and they all make a great effort, and they all entertain me a lot, and I watch them every week, among other things too. Maybe so they need, you know, here's some advice, guys. If you're making all these review guys, I watch you on the treadmill. I need your vids to be no longer than, say, 19 minutes long, and no long intros. Don't give me that flashcard for you know, for 3 minutes saying your show will begin shortly. Don't want that, because I want the treadmill for 20 minutes, and I want your show over and done within 20 minutes. Beer. Now, it's seriously, it's generally where I watch YouTube on the treadmill every day, but I'm only on it for 20 minutes. So Joe Rogan, I get 20 minutes of Joe Rogan, unless there's a review I want to watch. I don't watch too many reviews unless something stands out, because I don't really need to review anything else. I've got everything I need at the moment. It's working really well. Alright, I have the D2 with the Serpent tank. I think it's got Dragonfly coil in it. That's my go-to every day. And I know there's a bit of Voopoo problems at the moment. They've done a few dirty tricks against one guy, and so they cop a bit of flack. But I bought this before I found that out, okay? It's literally the day after I bought it, I turn on YouTube and up comes the dirty Voopoo bastards. So, not my fault, okay? It's still a great unit, takes 2 batteries, lasts me all day. I actually go through a lot of juice, more juice than most, I think, because I use it to suppress appetite. And then, using an RTA or an RTA, I can drip on this as well, same as an RDA. And that tends to use a bit more juice because you get a bit greedy. So we're back to pod systems, yeah. Also, there's no cloud in a pod system. I don't care what you say. In a pod system, all-in-one system, a mini system, I haven't got here. I've got a mini tank system, which works really well. It's really well made. I recommend it, but not for me. But the beauty of it, it's a sub-ohm coil system. I can't think of the name of it because, being the mindless, mature gent that I am, my memory's shot. So it's in the other room, and I'm not going to get up and leave you looking at a blank wall. Because you should be looking at me all the time. Now, I'm building a brand, I guess. Now, where are we going? Yeah. Construction-wise, value for money, I think that it's all great, but I can't believe that they say that there's flavour in it or cloud. And of course, you can't drip. You can only drip with an RTA. I think I tried dripping with a sub-ohm. It didn't work. I have over-dripped one of these too and burnt the core. See, that's a cloud. That cloud hangs around in the room. And if you're in here long enough, you'll end up with a 3-foot ceiling of cloud in the room. You do not, and you did that, I did that easily. If I wanted to make cloud like that from an all-in-one, something, it just, you wouldn't get it. They don't have the airflow. They seriously don't have the airflow. If they did have the airflow, you'd burn out the coil, I think. Yeah, and you can't, and of course you can't drip. So that's my bits on this week's vaping. Now, by the way, I'm 14 kilos lighter now. This is good, huh? Had the beard trimmed, looking svelte. So, I'm at the gym and I'm on the treadmill. Next to me is another woman on the treadmill. She's always on that treadmill. Next to her is another woman. She's always on that treadmill, and they converse a bit. And I'm just starting up my treadmill, and I look over, and her treadmill's going, the belt's running, but she's standing on the side, and she's on the phone, and she's talking to the girl beside her. And I sort of know both of them, right? And they're both discussing their distance they've done so far. And I look over and I go, excuse me, but your belt's running, but your feet aren't. So this caused a bit of jocularity, and they explained to me what they're doing, and they subtract the time that they don't run. So I realise this for the ladies out there. There's 2 things you can't fake now: childbirth and the treadmill. The treadmill doesn't lie. You can fake everything else. That doesn't matter. I'm not interested. Whatever else is fake. But if you're faking childbirth, ladies. So there's childbirth and the treadmill. You can't fake. So having said that, I'm going back to drink some beer. I haven't had the internet for over a week now. It'll be nearly 2 weeks by the time I get the internet back on. Everything I do is by mobile. If anything's been slow or uploading or whatever on YouTube. So I do have a second channel on YouTube, and I've just stopped uploading to it because it's taking too long, and I don't have time to sit around and fuck around internet. I had to cancel one subscription and then get a new provider, and they're just anyway 10 to 14 days to reconnect me, if I'd known that, right? So everything I do is on my phone, and which is annoying, but the phones in Australia perform on the internet data better than our landline broadband data. And if they go to 5G, it will surpass anything they can give us via fibre optics, and yet we're persisting with this defunct national broadband system, which they have been in my street for the last 2 weeks, every morning, 7 in the morning, jackhammers, putting in new pits, cable pits, all through the suburb. Every day it starts. So, like the rest of Sydney, Sydney is one big pothole, one-way pothole, going to nowhere. So have a good week, everyone, and I'll talk to you later.